Hello and welcome again on the stroke of lunch. You feel very, very frustrated with this. On the stroke of lunch, you have to say England bowled their heart out. They deserve the wicket. Ollie Robinson and Craig Overton both bowled very, very well. Multiple times they came close to the edge. That dismissal, which was overturned, the review was excellent. Ball just missing the leg stump. But there was a lot of fight. There was a lot of grit from India. There was a lot of commitment from India. And that's what you wanted to see. If you were able to go into lunch with three more balls, you would be in 19 overs, no wicket. You would have won that session. You would have won that session. If you have played out the second new ball, 19 overs without a wicket, it makes a big difference. It makes a hell of a lot of difference. And that's what the issue is. On the stroke of lunch, day one, you lost Ajinkya Rahane. On the stroke of lunch, day three, you've lost KL Rahul. It opens the gates. It allows the bowling unit to come back that much more positively. England has a hell lot of runs to play with. Of course, it's a bridge too far. Everybody knows it's a bridge too far. Having said that, you would want to see fight. You would want to see the Indians bat 120, 130 odd overs. You would want to see them compete. You would want at least one guy, if not two, to go ahead and play big innings. KL Rahul has looked good throughout the series. It was a good ball channel, and that is why you also need a bit of luck in sport. I mean, think of that catch. Johnny Bairstow died, it just got stuck here. It just got stuck in his left hand. It was one of those freakish catches. And if you see, Joe Root was somewhat behind, the ball may have dropped also, and it may not have been out. I mean, that little element of luck you absolutely require in sport, and you feel a little frustrated that, this match, for example, nothing has come your way. Nothing has come your way right through. No one's taking anything away from England. They've been stellar. India has been poor in the first innings as far as batting is concerned. This innings, both KL and Rohit were applying themselves. They were pushing themselves, good balls, even after they were getting beaten. Focusing very hard to be able to, just combat that first thrust with the new ball. At 18 overs, they almost played out the new ball, almost played out the session to lunch. That's when this struck. You just feel, come on, you need a bit of luck in sport, and in this match at least, it's not coming your way. Post-lunch, hopefully the fortunes will change. For one, everybody knows that England has all the aces. England will probably win this match unless there is something miraculous that happens. But all I want is a Virat Kohli effort. I want a Rohit Sharma effort. I want a Cheteshwar Pujara effort. You would want these players, and if you see the England innings, if you see the way Rohit and Rahul started the innings, there will be the odd ball that will jag up. There will be the odd ball that will swing away. There will be the odd ball that will move and take the edge. But you would have to say that you will still apply. That is the nature of the game in England. And you've got to make it count. Want to see a Rohit Sharma knock. Every innings he's gotten starts. Time to get a big one and convert. Time to. You've sort of given your wickets away on occasions with the pull shot and the hook shot and stuff like that. Come on, make it count. Make a big one. Make that statement that this is a unit that will not go down with a fight, and we will see what happens. We would want to see this Indian team battle it out post-lunch. I would want to see Virat Kohli not play a booming drive until and unless he is in. That is what I want to see. I want self-discipline. There is just no reason. There's plenty more time. There's so much time left in the game. You have nothing to fear, nothing to lose, because obviously the match is dire. There is no reason to play that booming drive. KL Rahul first innings, Virat Kohli first innings. Absolutely not needed. Even today, that last ball, maybe Rahul could have left it. Maybe he was unlucky because it just went and stuck in Johnny Bairstow's hands. But and such things happen in cricket. Having said that, like the way Rohit approached the innings, like the way even KL was approaching the innings, there was a lot of hard work there. Jimmy Anderson got the ball to move at times appreciably. Ollie Robinson even got the ball to jag back. I thought Craig Overton bowled a fantastic spell. Fantastic spell from Overton. Got the ball to jump up, kick up from good length. Some of the balls were unplayable and some of the balls moved appreciably. If you see the way Joss Butler was reacting, you would know how difficult it was to battle it out there. And with that new ball, obviously it will retain its shine, the Dukes, much more. Having said that, playing out 18 overs of that new ball was important for India. Now, Cheteshwar Pujara. Everybody knows that Cheteshwar Pujara is under pressure. Everybody knows that except that Lord's innings, he has not looked good. Think of the first test, think of the second test, think of the first innings of this test. This is his platform. There is zero pressure on him to score quick. Nobody will even bother. It is about batting. It's not about playing out time, because you can't play out 2.5 days of time. It is about just going out there and batting to the best of your ability and keep on batting. Can you bat 20 overs? Can you bat 30, 40, 50? Can you play 200, 300 balls today? Is Cheteshwar Pujara is capable of playing 200 plus balls? Can he do that? Because the moment you are able to play 200 odd balls, you're talking about two sessions. Obviously, if you are able to play 200 odd balls, you will get 60, 70 runs. You would need that kind of application from the Indians. So far, it has been a lot of one-way traffic this test match. And when your team gets bowled out for 78, that is what you will expect. England will play without fear. There is no pressure. Obviously, the entire pressure is on India. And inevitably, people will get stuck in and score. So it's not as if the bowling attack has done poorly or anything like that. If you get out for 78, the match has gone to script. What can change now is if you bat exceptionally well. The start was good. I would have been delighted had that wicket not gone down on the stroke of lunch. And that sort of irritated me a lot. I mean, I was about to come to the show, and just when that edge happened, you feel a little frustrated with such things, because you tend to think again. I mean, you'd want a bit of luck in sport, and fortunately it has gone for England and against India, unfortunately. So that's the story of the test match so far. In the morning, Mohammad Shami cleaned Craig Overton, and then Jasprit Bumrah cleaned Ollie Robinson. What was instructive was, the moment Jimmy Anderson came to bat, Virat Kohli thrust the ball to Jasprit Bumrah. So that spice remains in this series and will remain. This will remain an ultra competitive. Whatever happens, there is a lot of spice and a lot of juice in this test match. And that's what will remain. Make no mistake, both these teams will come at each other. And that is another reason why you would want to see fight from India. That is another reason why you would want to see a lot of effort from India. Because if you get bowled out for 150 again, 200 again, and all of a sudden you tend to think, hey, 20 wickets gone down for 200 runs in a test match when England scored 450, and you're like, come on. After that Lord's win, all the momentum has now shifted. That is why you would need this fight. A good, gritty batting effort from everyone. Rishabh Pant, I mean, flirting around outside off stump, silly shot, you don't want that. Yes, you get out to a good ball, that's no problem. Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Ajinkya Rahane, Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar Pujara, Rohit Sharma. Each one has a responsibility in this particular innings. Each one. Virat will have to curb his instincts. Cannot play that booming shot until and unless you are in and you've got your eye and you're well set. Cheteshwar Pujara playing away from his body. You've got to bat deep and bat long. Rohit Sharma, too many starts. Too many starts, time to convert one. Get a big 100. Look at the Joe Root conversion. Get a big 100, and that will be the statement that India needs in this particular match. Look, Oval will be different. All of us know that. This test match is an aberration. All of us know that. But when you are under the pump, when you are under the hammer, how well can you keep fighting? I mean, this England side has not all of a sudden become the best side in the world. Make no mistake, again at the Oval, the Indians will make a comeback, and it will be even Stevens, one each. And this whole issue about momentum is overrated. We have seen that in Adelaide. We have seen that in this test match. In modern times, each of the other, the opponents can come back. India has shown that. England has shown that. India has shown that too many times. We've seen it in Adelaide. We've seen it in Chennai during the home series. So plenty of times we've seen that. I'm not bothered remotely about it that, we've got out for 78, so we've conceded every bit of the momentum. Nonsense. We will absolutely make a comeback, and Oval will be different. But before that, there's still a test match to be played. There's still 9 wickets to be gotten. Make England work hard. Make the bowlers bowl. Because look, the turnaround is 3 days. Think about it. The turnaround is 3 days. If you are able to bat 130 overs, it means Anderson will bowl 25. It means Robinson will bowl 25-30. Make them bowl more. Because the turnaround time is less. The body takes that level of pounding, and that is what India needs to do. That is extremely, extremely important. Okay, so I will stop there for cricket. Now it is time to move on to the Paralympics. So now it is time to move on to the Paralympics. Excellent, excellent effort from Bhavina Patel. What an astounding performance from Bhavina Hansukbhai Patel to go into the semi-finals and, will be India's first Paralympic medal coming from Tokyo. She plays her semi-final tomorrow, and now there is every reason to believe that she can go one step more. Did you watch Bhavina Patel's match? You must, you should. Back the para-athletes, support them. Today in the morning, when she was playing Oliveira of Brazil, and it was a close game. If you see, the first game was close. In the second game, Bhavina Patel was down, if I remember right, 8-6. And I was sort of, okay, maybe this game is going away from us. She was, maybe this is not a match that, this is not a game that will come to us. And thereafter, that brilliant turnaround to win it 13-11. And all of a sudden, Bhavina Patel 2 games up. Even in the third game, if you see the start of the third game, the Brazilian had started to attack. The Brazilians started to get aggressive. And all of a sudden, she was 3-0 up. Her coach was cock-a-hoop. She was pumping and pushing herself. That is when Bhavina Patel went up another notch in the match. Bhavina Patel sort of escalated her ability, pushed the bar and closed out the game. It was a tremendous effort from Bhavina Patel. Now, she's world number 12. She lost her opening match to the Chinese world number 1. And even in that particular match, she was very competitive, looked good. Thereafter, she has now beaten the world number 8. She has now beaten the world number 9. She has now beaten the world number 2 Serb in the quarterfinal exactly an hour and a half back, and has made the semi-finals and almost certain to be India's first Paralympic medal until and unless somebody else wins it, because a lot of medals will come. I keep telling you, my prediction of 12 to 15 medals remains intact, and that is something that I keep holding on to. Bhavina Patel will perhaps be the first. She has already added to that. And by the way, Bhavina was world number 12. So when I keep saying that you've got to punch above your weight, when I keep saying that this is how your athletes need to perform, not always is it about medals. Exactly what Bhavina Patel has done is what I keep saying. In other results at the Paralympics today, in archery, India has done reasonably well. Kumar finished third with 699, a 21st position finish, a 9th position finish in the ranking round of compound and recurve in archery. Jyoti 671 in the women's archery, again her season's best. It has been quite fantastic. It has been quite fantastic so far in the ranking rounds from India. And I mean, I'm quite pleased. Sakina Khatun, 90 kilograms, coming 5th in the powerlifting. Very commendable performance from Sakina Khatun. And if you take a look at Sakina Khatun's track record, by the way, it is an excellent performance. Deswal finishing 7th in the powerlifting. Unfortunately, I was not too pleased with Tek Chand's performance. 4 fouls and 2 throws. One was 9.04, one was 8.57. India's flag bearer may not have had the best of days. The effort was there, but if you see Tek Chand's live, the event, you will see he was unhappy with the way the arrangement was. The first throw became a foul. It was almost as if he was practicing, did not put in his best effort, and it turned out to be a foul. And then the second and the third throw, at no point in time, I mean, the Brazilian was 50 plus, so that was brilliant from him. Tek Chand at no point in time was in medal contention. But that's always going to be the case. Always going to be the case. You had a good day with archery, both men and women, both compound and recurve. Reasonable performances. 699 was a good score. 71 was a very good score. Of course, Bhavina Patel was the star of the day. Make no mistake, she She has made everybody proud of the effort that she's put in. So fingers crossed for Bhavina Patel for her semi-final. Coming back to cricket post-lunch, as I said to you, I want to see fight. I want to see some grit. I want to see a combative India. Just don't get bowled over. Nobody is sort of disputing the fact that England will have all the aces with so many runs under the belt. They will keep close infielders, 3, 4, 5 slips, 3 slips a gully, maybe a point. They'll have a leg slip, go close, get a forward short leg. But that's where you've got to show fight and you've got to dig deep. Battle it out for 30, 40, 50 overs. Take it to 120, 130 overs and we will see what happens. Make England stay out there and keep bowling. Because as I said, the fourth test, the turnaround time is not too much. And each of these boys, the amount of effort put in by the Indians will help. That's what I want to see. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Every story coming out of the Paralympics will be here. Every news point we will bring. The moment India wins a medal, we will try and get you the medal winner also. As I've said, the intensity will be the same. We will celebrate Paralympics, we will celebrate cricket. We will keep analyzing every sports news coming our way. Hopefully, I will be able to have some very good news tomorrow from Bhavina Patel. Thanks very much for watching for the moment. Fingers crossed for India post-lunch. Thank you for your support for Sports Today.